Welcome back to our small island challenge. We are playing on a completely custom map I created, which only has the smallest islands possible in the game. We also have 3 stars AI, hard pirates, and a few other surprises. There's definitely both a military and economic challenges for sure. Don't hesitate to check in the video description below if you want to see the full playlist or many of my other videos like how to create your own map or what is happening with DLC 11. But for everybody else, without further ado, let's dive in. We finished the last episode where we had just bought our first steal from Archie. Thank you, Archie. Without you, I don't know how I'll do it. But now I'm actually staying there. I'm leaving the ships at Archie because there's no point bringing back so few resources. I need to wait until I have enough steel to colonize a second island. We want this island over here so we can get access to both the clay and also the hop fertility. So whenever some steel is available, I'm buying it right away. I don't want the other AIs to buy it. And in the meantime, we are preparing to make bread for our workers. And maybe you also missed it at the end of the last episode, but by upgrading to the workers, we are finally in positive income. Now, thanks to our first worker, we're not in negative anymore, so we can also breathe a bit. Now, a few more minutes have passed, and we have 5 steel in the ship. There's actually 3 on the island, so we have enough for a new colony. It's time to come back home. Let's hope we don't get into too many pirates or AI declaring war to us on the way back. We also have at the same time a first fire. We are of course in the extreme difficulty, so even with the fire station, we're gonna have fire from time to time. I don't have the space to put tons of fire stations, so go, time to go to work, the firemen and women of course. And it's actually also time for a newspaper to push our money and our happiness up. The articles available in the newspaper are linked to your overall level, which is linked to your population. So far we don't have a lot, but let's use what we can. And here it is, just a few minutes later, our ship is back. We have enough for a second island. So let's take this one with the clay and the hop. Right now we only have our flagship, so we'll have to go back and forth to exchange resources, but that's okay. It's not too far. So let's start this island. We have clay pits, we want some brick factories. They will of course require a few workers to function, and we are still very far from unlocking the commuter pier. So we'll have to put, some population, in particular actually some workers. So I'm putting a market in the middle, a pub, trying to be efficient with roads and buildings. It's a bit of course of a trial and error, because it's so small. So it's super important to be in the blueprint mode, right? I can't relocate building, even destroying buildings will cost me money. For now, I'll make work closing on both islands, but for the schnapps, we can only make that in Stradville. So we need to make sure Stradville is producing enough for both of these and then transporting it back and forth. And with the clay that we bought, we can also start our bread production because we need clay to build those buildings. With those new buildings and also our second island, we are definitely back into negative income. As you can see, right, we are new maintenance, but not yet some really new good income. Hopefully it won't be for too long. And warning, we've met our first pirate ships. Of course, they are right away at war with us, so let's attack. Oh look, another one is looking for trouble. Oh, he has a friend. Okay, I do need to be careful not to bite more than I can chew. Losing my only ship really wouldn't be great. So I'm trying to move to stay out of their range because they have a shorter range than mine, but still being in my range. And 1 and 2, I'm the king of that sea for now. It's actually really important to try to sunk them because 1, this will give me resources, items I can sell, but 2, it's also to make sure they don't grow too fast. If there were 10 ships attacking me, I could not do anything, but if anytime she creates a new one, I destroy it, then she'll never get to 10. So yes, we're selling, buying, and going back home, killing pirates on the way, and more importantly, avoiding the cannons of that pirate island, right? I definitely can't beat that. After our first fire, now we have our first explosion. The Schnapp distilleries actually tend to explode quite a bit, so we don't really have a choice, this will happen. I don't have space for more fire stations. If you don't know, there is a shortcut to go through all of the ruins on your empire, so that's really useful from time to time. We've delivered a bit more bricks, and so now we have enough for the church, which frankly is not that amazing because it only gives happiness, no money. It's good for me right now to help with my working conditions. I can increase working condition and still avoid the riots, but in the long term it's not that great. And we can do the sub production chain to really try to get back into positive. I was also really lucky to have one of those pirate ships that I destroyed drop this great item, which will help me get else for my ship more quickly. We're basically now at 1 hour of gameplay. Of course, those episodes are very edited. I don't think you want to see through every single minute of the gameplay, but do rest assured that I'm not cheating. I'm not saving and reloading every 5 minutes. I actually played those first 2 episodes in one go. We also have our first workers on the second island. The SOP is really starting, so it's time for sausage too. Given the space, I'm trying to use the same pig farm. So instead of creating a new one, I'm just going to add a silo, which will increase the productivity in exchange for a bit of grain. And I'm already making grain for the bread. So I think this is a good idea. Probably a good time for a quick recap of our 2 islands where we're at. In our first island, Stradville, we have almost 900 of population with a couple of worker houses where we're providing everything. We're providing fish, work clothes, sausages, bread, and soap. The only thing missing is the school. As I said in episode 1, the school is 750 workers and we're only at 400 and something. So we definitely need a lot more to do that. But a lot more means obviously more space for houses, also means more production. So it's not gonna be so easy once again. And our second island has also grown quite a bit already. As you can see, the space is full. There's already no more tiles. We haven't built everything. All of this here will enable me to make beer, but remember for beer we also need some steel, which are quite lacking for now. And on top of that, we actually haven't unlocked the beer. So even if I create it right now, it wouldn't really help me, because this is at 500 workers. But the good thing is that we are in positive. We have a bit of balance. I mean, more than what we started with, but we do have to be careful about the pirates. As you can see, there's more and more ships roaming around. I hope you liked this episode. Don't hesitate to smash the like button if you did, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't hesitate, of course, also to share any questions, thoughts, requests that you may have in the comments below, or to join the Discord community to chat even more. Thank you for watching, and I really hope I'll see you next time.